A woman underwent plastic surgery to compete in a beauty pageant against other surgically altered women. Another tried to guess which man was secretly her biological father. Welcome to the wildest, most unhinged moments from 2000s reality TV. This is Cringe Capsule, where nostalgia gets messy and TV history gets unpacked. The moment of truth. Fox's The Moment of Truth strapped contestants to a polygraph and dangled $100,000 for brutal honesty. The show's most infamous episode featured Lauren, a young wife flanked by her parents, siblings, and husband. Early questions were awkward but survivable. Have you ever lied to get a job? Yes. Truthful, cash grows. Then came level 6, worth $25,000. Since you've been married, have you slept with someone other than your husband? Lauren swallowed, answered yes. And the machine agreed. Studio audience gasped. Her husband stared at the floor. Producers pushed harder. Next, do you believe you're a good person? She said yes. Polygraph flashed false, instantly wiping all winnings and leaving her exposed, husband humiliated, family in shock, national audience rubbernecking, no prize money, no privacy, marriage hanging by a thread. The ethical wreckage was baked in. Lie detectors are unreliable, contestants were pre-screened so producers already knew the landmines, and escalating questions guaranteed maximum collateral damage. Viewers couldn't look away, reality TV as slow-motion car crash. After 23 episodes, backlash and sagging ratings killed the format. But that Lauren moment endures in millennial memory as peak televised humiliation. One polygraph beep that cost a relationship, a fortune, and probably every future holiday dinner. Man vs. Beast. Fox's Man vs. Beast asked one deranged question: can people outperform zoo animals on primetime TV? The apex of its 2-episode run was segment 1, Kodiak Bear vs. Takeru Kobayashi in a 3-minute hot dog gorge. Setup: a 1,000-pound bear on one side of a plexiglass trough, world champ eater Kobayashi on the other. No buns, no condiments, just 100 raw franks dumped like chum. Whistle blows. The bear power shovels wieners whole, barely chewing. Kobayashi chipmunks 5 at a time, jaw blurring. Crowd shrieks, PETA lawyers hyperventilate off-screen. Final tally, bear 50, Kobayashi 31. Camera pans to the bear licking its chops while Kobayashi looks spiritually concussed. The rest of the special never topped that spectacle, though it tried. Navy SEAL smoked by a chimp on an obstacle course, 44 little people losing tug-of-war to an elephant, Olympic sprinter edging a giraffe but losing to a zebra. Critics called it televised species humiliation. Fox called it Tuesday. Animal rights groups protested. Viewers, pre-YouTube and desperate for viral weirdness, delivered solid ratings. A sequel aired, then the concept vanished, leaving only brunch conversations that start, "Remember that show where a bear beat a human in an eating contest?" Legacy score: 0 cultural impact, 100% disbelief. Man vs. Beast didn't expand the reality genre, it simply proved early 2000s TV would air anything if it involved a stopwatch and moral ambiguity. Who's Your Daddy? 2005. Adoption trauma for $100,000. Fox's one-off special Who's Your Daddy turned an adoptee's life story into a cash prize guessing game. Premise: a woman, adopted at birth and searching for her biological father, enters a mansion where 25 men claim the title. Only one is real. The other 24 are paid actors angling for $100,000. If she chooses correctly, she keeps the money. Pick wrong, and the imposter pockets the check. The segment's most jaw-dropping moment comes in the final reveal. After hours of interviews and manufactured bonding, complete with fake dads recalling the day you were born, she selects a soft-spoken man in a navy blazer. Tension music swells. The host asks for final answers. Cameras cut to the true father backstage, watching his daughter hug strangers on a monitor. When the doors open and he steps forward as the man she actually chose, relief floods the set. She guessed right. Confetti, tears, prize money, roll credits. Had she missed, a hired actor would have claimed both cash and her trust on live television while the real dad emerged from behind a curtain. Even Fox executives sensed that risk. Only the pilot aired. the remaining episodes shelved after adoption advocates filed thousands of complaints. One broadcast was enough to cement Who's Your Daddy as reality TV's most tone-deaf experiment, proof that mid-2000s networks would gamify anything, even reunions that should have happened quietly, far from studio lights. The Swan. Fox's The Swan pitched makeover TV past the event horizon, label women unattractive, put them through 3 months of extreme plastic surgery, therapy light sessions, and boot camp workouts, then ban all mirrors until reveal day. The craziest moment arrived in episode 1 and repeated weekly. Each contestant stepped onto a stage, counting down with the host, and spun toward a full-length mirror for her first look at a surgically rebuilt face under studio lights on national television. Shock, gasps, tears, and wobbly legs followed. Producers zoomed in while surgeons beamed like mechanics unveiling a rebuilt transmission. Seconds later, the women learned the twist. Only 2 swans per episode advanced to a live beauty pageant. The rest went home with fresh stitches and a consolation hug. Translation: congratulations on the new jawline. Sorry, not hot enough for finals. 13 operations on one contestant, veneers to belly button lipo on another. Yet the finale crowned a single winner as if personal worth were a best in show ribbon. Viewers got transformation porn, participants got identity whiplash. Even the executive producer later admitted watching the mirror reveal felt queasy. The Swan lasted 1 season, but remains reality TV's cautionary tale. A program where the climactic payoff was a woman meeting her unrecognizable reflection and instantly discovering she still might not make the cut. Kid Nation. CBS dropped 40 children ages 8 to 15 into a deserted New Mexico town and said, "Build a society, see you in 40 days." Adults stayed behind the cameras. The show called it research. Viewers called it Lord of the Flies with craft services. Most episodes were messy but harmless. Tears over outhouse duty, burnt beans, homesick 8-year-olds. The moment that still freezes every viewer, though, happened in week 2. A cooking team mistook an unmarked jug of industrial cleaner for soda mix concentrate and nearly served bleach lemonade to the whole camp. Production intervened at the last second. No one was hurt, but the footage made it to air. Wide-eyed kids realizing they almost poisoned themselves on primetime television. Add weekly gold stars worth $20,000 awarded by peer vote, and you had grade schoolers lobbying like city council members. Give it to Sophia, she scrubbed the pots and didn't cry. The prize was life-changing money dangled in front of children who still believed in the Tooth Fairy. Kid Nation lasted 1 season. Viewers loved the train wreck spectacle. Regulators and parents demanded to know how it was legal. CBS's defense: it was just an over-supervised summer camp. The bleach incident said otherwise. 15 years later, the show remains TV's most shocking reminder that reality competition boundaries sometimes lie well past common sense and child safety guidelines. A Shot at Love with Tila Tequila. MTV's A Shot at Love began like a garden variety dating show, 32 hopefuls, champagne flutes, and a MySpace famous lead nobody over 18 had heard of. The moment that stamped it into reality TV legend arrives halfway through episode 1. After mingling separately with 16 men and 16 women, Tila Tequila stops the party, climbs a staircase, and drops the bomb. Surprise! I'm bisexual. You're all competing for me. Pandemonium follows. Half the cast celebrates, the other half looks like they've been told snakes are loose in the pool. The men huddle, swearing to beat the girls. The women instantly form alliances against the frat boys. MTV's cameras linger on one contestant gagging over a balcony, while another punches a wall hard enough to exit the series. From that twist forward, the show becomes organized chaos. Co-ed roller derby dates ending in stitches, hot tub makeout playoffs judged in real time, and a Fear Factor style challenge where suitors eat cow testicles to prove devotion. Yet the social experiment's headline remains that first night reveal, mainstream TV's earliest bisexual dating premise, delivered with zero sensitivity and maximum shock value. Ratings soared, a second season followed, and queer representation, messy, voyeuristic, but undeniably visible, crashed MTV's primetime schedule. For many Zillennials, it was the first on-screen acknowledgement that dating could span genders. It just came wrapped in tequila shots, jealousy brawls, and a hot tub fog machine. Fear Factor. NBC's Fear Factor dared 6 contestants per episode to survive 3 escalating tortures: height stunt, gross feast, stunt plus gross, for $50,000. The stunt that still haunts viewers, the Rat Blend Challenge, Season 4, Wheel of Fear. Contestants pedaled stationary bikes that powered a blender filled with whole lab rats, fur, and all. When the timer stopped, they had to chug a full glass of the liquefied rodents before the bile timer hit 0. The visuals were internet nightmare gold. Gray slurry, floating tails, Joe Rogan hovering with a stainless steel bucket for spillage. One biker gagged mid-sip, rodent foam dribbling down a GoPro-ready chin, while Joe shouted motivational gems like, "It's mostly protein." 2 quit on the spot. The eventual winner dry heaved twice, finished the glass, and stumbled off to rinse with cola. Instant $50,000, lifelong therapy bill. Why did we watch? It was the ultimate dare calculus. Could I do that for house down payment money? Fear Factor turned bodily revulsion into appointment television and normalized cafeteria debates about swallowing cow eyeballs if the price was right. Legacy check: the 2011 revival tried to top itself with a donkey semen chug. NBC filmed it, then yanked the episode, proving even network executives have a gag reflex. Yet nothing eclipsed that original rat smoothie, proof that early 2000s primetime happily crossed the line, blended it, and served it with a straw while America reached for the remote and another barf bag. Reality TV in the 2000s wasn't just wild, it was straight up psychological warfare. If that blew your mind, hit subscribe for more deep dives into pop culture mayhem, and drop your favorite unhinged moment in the comments. This was Cringe Capsule, where the past gets real. Like, comment and subscribe to keep it real.